God bless you. My name is Pastor Harris Kakalides, and you're watching here in the program, Getting to Know Jesus. And today we're going to talk about being alone with God. One of the most important things that a person who is a Christian needs is to be alone with God. No noise from the neighbor, car music outside, a husband that complains, or a wife that is nagging. Just the Christian with God. No other person to pray with you or for you, but the Christian alone with his or her God. There he or she could tell God anything that is in his or her heart. There can a man or a woman who is faultless in the eyes of many can confess their many sins. There is nothing to hide which God does not know. There is no secret, but all is bare. There is the one who knows you better than yourself and still loves you. Things which one would not tell a closest friend could be spoken about in private. As in the Garden of Eden they were naked and not ashamed, the Christian are to seek this time. If Jesus, who was God in the flesh, sought this time alone with his Father, why should we not seek this time? We read in a number of passages Jesus was alone with the Father. He was alone with God. Mark chapter 1 verse 35. Now in the morning, having risen a long while before the daylight, he went out and departed to a solitary place, and there he prayed. In Luke 9:18 it says, and it happened as he was alone praying. Luke 9:18. It was not just Jesus, but also his apostles that spent time alone with God. We could read in Acts 10, verse 9, Peter prayed alone on the top of the roof of Simon the tanner. The next day, as they went on their journey and drew near the city, Peter went up the housetop to pray about the 6th hour. At that time, God gave him a vision to preach to the Gentiles. When a person is alone with God, there is no telling what God may be pleased to show them. Alone is the fear of many, sad to say, in the church which do not seek God alone. They fear what God might reveal to them. They fear to be alone. What should I say to him? Some might say. They do not seek that time alone. They desire to be joined by others. It is not bad to pray with groups or at times or in church with the church or with one's spouse, but there is a better blessing which is praying alone with God, being alone with the Father, being alone with Jesus, being alone with the Holy Spirit. We need to seek. How can we say we know him and not be able to spend time with him alone? When you love someone and desire to know them, sometimes you desire to spend time with them alone so you can know them better. This is why a man would ask a woman on a date. He desires to know her. Many marriages would not end in divorce if only they knew the person they married. This is why a family will take a family vacation alone with those in the family because they desire to know them more and enjoy fellowship with them. Even a husband and wife desire time alone from the kids and in-laws. How can we know God more if it is not in spending time with him alone by prayer and his word? How sad of a fate that many who call themselves Christian never know God. So should they be called themselves Christians? I think not. If they are on their way to hell for not knowing him, they are not a Christian. Look at what Matthew 7 verses 20 to 23 says. Therefore by their fruits you will know them. Not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he who does the will of the Father in heaven. Many will say to me In that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied your name, and cast out demons in your name, and done many wonders in your name? And then I will declare to them, I never knew you. Depart from me, you who practice lawlessness. I never knew you, will be the response of Jesus. Why? They never had a relationship with Jesus. They never had intimacy with Jesus alone. They never spent that time with him to know him. How many people content themselves with what others say about God and do not know him themselves? They do not know him because they refuse to spend time alone with him in prayer and Bible study, which is the life source of any true Christian to help him through the day.